16 critical bench, I want to go old school on you. A good approach to almost any exercise that you want to make increases in, which I'm sure you do because you're watching our YouTube channel. So that being said, I went back into the files and pulled out an old program from somebody that we feature in our vault. His name is Chuck Sipes, old school bodybuilder, but he was probably one of the most powerful and strong bodybuilders of all time, and especially back when he was at his peak in the 60s and 70s. And Chuck, I mean, we're talking a raw bench press of nearly 600 pounds. This is a very strong man. And he had a really neat approach to exercises. He had this 8-4-2-1 routine that he would do. What he would do, he'd do 2 sets of 8 reps, 2 sets of 4, 2 sets of 2, and 2 sets of 1. Now obviously, as you're dropping down in repetitions, you're also increasing the load that you're working with. Just a really cool approach to weightlifting. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it today to some barbell curls. So let's get started with my first set of 8. You can go with a straight bar or the cambered bar, whatever you prefer. I do sometimes like to use this bar just because it feels a little bit better on the wrists. In terms of rest, take as little or as much rest, but I probably wouldn't exceed, with an isolation lift like this, I wouldn't exceed 90 seconds. You want to push yourself. You don't want to completely recover like you're doing a huge compound lift like a deadlift or a squat. You want to take 3 minutes or more with some of those big lifts, have at it, because you're usually doing that lift for the strength gains, so you're working at a much lower repetition range. With the higher volume stuff like this, and I'm really just hitting biceps, you don't need all that rest. Just let your nervous system recover briefly, get a couple good breaths, sip of water, and continue. And this routine, I'm trying to be pretty strict with my form. I'm trying not to do cheater reps. Maybe on that last round where you're really working with some heavier weight, you want to get that 1 rep, or those 2 reps. There's a little bit of cheating going on there. I could live with that. So let's go ahead and change our weight. Okay, so I got my rest in. Gone ahead and changed my weight. I went up 20 pounds. Now I got my 2 sets of 4 reps. Try not to exceed about 90 seconds when you're doing some of these smaller lifts. Now this would be a great way to pretty much target any body part, whether it be triceps, shoulders, obviously chest, back, and legs. And I would say, if if you have a weak part, a weak link in the chain, use this method to try and blast through some plateaus that you might be experiencing. Because this is pretty cool. It's somewhat volume oriented, but not so much, because you're not really working with a lot of high rep activity here. You're doing 2 sets with 8 reps, and everything else is 4 reps or less. So it's definitely a kind of almost like a powerlifter's approach to doing just about any exercise. And again, Chuck Sipes being the legend that he was, and being powerful. I mean, we're talking about a guy who had 18-inch forearms, over 18-inch forearms. Huge. Okay, here we go. Again, trying to stay really, really strict, trying to keep my abs tight, trying to stay really tall, keep my chest up, my shoulders back, and my head pretty much neutral. And try not to do any weird movements there as I start to strain a little harder. Okay, now we're going to go ahead, increase the load, and drop it to 2 reps. All right, so here we go. I got the hat flipped on backwards. We'll see if that helps. I'm going for, this would be my 5th set. And so I'm starting with my first round of 2 reps, and I added another 10 pounds to the bar. So I'm definitely starting to feel my arms already, because I've actually already done some other stuff, some other filming for other body parts, so the fatigue factor is definitely there. Here we go. There's 2 reps there. Trying to still maintain strict form. No reason to really cheat with that amount of weight. It's really not that heavy. It's just that, again, those preceding sets and repetitions start to impact your ability with the heavier loads. There's no doubt about it. So you're working harder with heavier weight. And that's not a lot of time how people approach weightlifting. A lot of times they start heavy and work lighter, but there are some great pyramid type approaches to lifting like this, where you start lighter, and then as you increase the loads, you drop the repetitions. And there are other methods out there. We just like to feature this one because what we think of Mr. Sipes. The guy's an animal. Look him up. Trust me. Okay, so we got another round of 2 reps. This will be my 6th set of biceps curls here. Definitely feeling it. All right, time to add on the big boys and do my last 2 sets of singles. Okay, so here we go. Our 7th and 8th set to complete our arm blasting workout. Yeah, my arms are definitely feeling it, for sure. 8, 8, 4, 4, 2, 2, 1, 1. Okay? So I got the 45s on here. I'm gonna still try and stay pretty strict and just give it maximum effort for 1 rep. A little bit of hyperextension in there, but ultimately not too bad. tried to keep all the tension in my arms as much as possible. So we're going to give me at least about 90 seconds to recover and go all out for one more repetition. If you've never tried this type of training before, it's very unique. I think most of us are so set in our ways, a particular number of sets, a particular number of reps. We feel like we're not getting as good a workout if we're not doing 8 reps of something or 10 reps of something. And you couldn't be any further from the truth, to be honest with you. There's so much strength gaining opportunity when you increase the loads and drop the reps. Sticking point, right about here. You have to push through that. You saw I could have just given up. I could have, but I had enough fight left in my body to try and stay strict and breathe myself through the rep and get it all the way up. Okay? So give this method a try. I'm sure you'll love it. You can apply it to just about any movement, any exercise that you have in your current arsenal, and you will, if you do it with some consistency, you will see strength gains from it. I have no doubts. And do yourself a favor and look up Mr. Chuck's sites, because you'll be pretty impressed by the numbers that this man was able to work out with. Coach Chris with Team Critical Bench, thanks for watching. Leave a comment, like this video, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.